Let me tell you something up front. Saving $10,000 in a year is not about willpower. And it's definitely not about living a miserable life. It's about having a system that works even when motivation doesn't. Most people try to save money by being careful. That usually lasts a few weeks. Then life happens. Expenses show up, discipline disappears, and savings go back to zero. What actually works is doing less thinking and more structure. If you earn money but still feel like it slips away every month, this video is for you. Because the system I'm about to share doesn't require a high income, extreme budgeting, or giving up everything you enjoy. It's simple, it's realistic, and it's designed to work in the real world. Stay with me, because once you understand this system, saving $10,000 stops feeling impossible and starts feeling automatic. First, let's fix the mindset. Before we talk numbers, let's clear one thing. Saving $10,000 is not about cutting coffee. It's not about suffering for a year, and it's definitely not about trying harder. People fail at saving because they rely on motivation. Motivation is unstable. It disappears the moment life gets busy. What you need is a system that runs quietly in the background. A system that works even when you're tired, distracted, or not thinking about money at all. That's how this works. We're not chasing perfection, we're building predictability. Step Fun Team break 10,000 into a monthly reality. The 10,000 sounds heavy. That's why most people never start, so we shrink it. The 10,000 in 12 months is about $834 per month. Now pause here. This is where most people panic and say, I can't save that much. Good, because the system doesn't expect you to save it all the same way. We're not saving $834 from one place. We're stacking it from multiple small decisions. Once you see it this way, it becomes manageable. Step 2 create a separate, untouchable account. This step is non-negotiable. Your savings cannot live in the same account as you're spending money. That's like putting junk food next to you and saying you'll use discipline. Open a separate high-yield savings account. No debit card. No daily access. This account has one job. Hold the 10,000. When money is harder to access, you touch it less. That's human psychology. We use it instead of fighting it. This single step alone increases success dramatically. Step 3. Automate the first 500. Now we get practical. Set an automatic transfer of $500 per month into that savings account. Right after your paycheck hits. Not at the end of the month. Not if there's money left. First, this is the backbone of the system. 500 to 12 months, 66,000. More than half the goal is already handled without thinking. If 500 feels too high, start slightly lower, but automate it. The key is consistency, not heroics. Once this is set, you've already done the hardest part. Why automation changes everything. Here's why this works so well. When savings are automatic, you stop negotiating with yourself. There's no daily debate, no guilt, no, I'll start next month. The decision is already made. People who automate saving don't feel disciplined. They feel normal. That's the secret. Saving stops feeling like effort and starts feeling like a background process, like rent or electricity. What about the remaining 4,000? This is where most systems fail. They expect you to magically save the rest through willpower. We won't do that. The remaining 4,000 comes from small, intentional adjustments, not painful cuts. Step 4. Find the remaining 334 without feeling broke. So far, we've automated 500 per month. That's 6,000 a year handled quietly. Now let's talk about the remaining 334 per month. This is where most people make a mistake. They think saving more means suffering more, cutting everything fun, saying no to life. That's not what we're doing. Instead of asking, what do I give up? Ask, where is my money leaking without adding value? Subscriptions you don't use much, impulse spending that doesn't even feel good later, convenient spending that became a habit. You don't need to cut everything. You need to cut inefficiency. Most people can easily free up 200, the 300 just by becoming aware, not extreme, just intentional. And once you see it, you don't miss it. Step 5. Add a second automatic transfer. Here's a smart move. Once you identify where that extra money comes from, don't rely on remembering to save it. Automate this too. Set a second transfer of 150 or 200 per month into the same savings account. Maybe mid-month, maybe weekly. Whatever fits your income rhythm. Now think about this. You're no longer trying to save the 10,000. The system is doing it for you. Automation removes emotion. And emotion is what ruins most financial plans. At this point, your monthly savings are mostly locked in. The pressure drops. The plan feels realistic. That's when people actually stick with it. Step 6. Use windfalls strategically. Let's talk about money that feels unexpected. Bonuses, refunds, extra freelance income, gifts, side money. Most people spend this instantly because it doesn't feel earned. And that's fine sometimes. But if you want to hit 10,000 faster, this is your advantage. Here's a simple rule. Split it. 50% can be enjoyed. No guilt. 50% goes straight into the savings account. This does two things. You still feel rewarded, and progress accelerates. 1 or 2 decent windfalls in a year can close the gap completely. Without stress, without restriction. This step alone helps many people hit the goal early. Step 7. What if you miss a month? This part matters more than people realize. You will not be perfect for 12 straight months. Something will come up, and that's okay. The biggest mistake is quitting after one bad month. Instead, you use a recovery rule. If you miss a month or save less, you don't panic. You don't shame yourself. You simply increase the next 2 months slightly or use a future windfall to catch up. The system is flexible. The goal is progress, not perfection. People who succeed financially don't avoid mistakes. They recover quickly and move on. How to lock this system so it actually works? Here's how you make this bulletproof. Never touch the savings account unless it's a real emergency or the 12 months are complete. Track progress monthly, not daily. Daily checking creates stress. Treat savings like a bill, not a choice. Increase automation if income increases, even slightly. Once the system is locked, saving stops being emotional. It becomes boring. And boring is good in finance. What happens after 12 months? This is the part most people don't think about. After saving 10,000, you're not just richer, you're more confident. You trust yourself with money. You stop panicking about small expenses. You start thinking long-term. And the best part, you can redirect this same system toward investing, emergency funds, or bigger goals. The habit stays. Only the destination changes. If this system made saving feel realistic instead of overwhelming, support the video with a like. It helps this kind of practical content reach people who actually need it. Share it with someone who keeps saying they want to save, but never knows where to start. And subscribe for more clear, no-nonsense finance strategies designed for real life, not perfect situations.